Perfect. Super excited to be here. My name is Yair Klepper. I am the founder and CEO of Lava. In Lava, we building a decentralized network of top RPC APIs. And in general, we provide the standard. We're building a standard to how to access to Web3. And I'll start very briefly, but by what's RPC? And to the devs among you, everyone knows that RPC is a remote procedure call. It's basically the building blocks of how do you get access to blockchain? How do you get how do you read write blockchain data from all the different blockchains out there? And you use RPC every time that you want to have the account balance, gas prices, or anything else. You are using RPC. So in general, there are a few ways of how to get access or how to get the RPC access. And obviously you can do it by running your own node. That's the basic and origin promise of Web3. Everyone gonna run their own nodes and get permissionless access to the blockchain data. But today, it's not really practical for most people. As Moxie said, nobody wants to run his own server. Nobody wants to run his own node, especially in the last few years when blockchain adoption grew up so much. So today, most of the chains, the L1s, L2s, everyone that storing data, providing a free access through a public RPC. And the way they are allowing dApps to build on top of them is with RPC that are rate limit. They are unreliable, unscalable for production, and obviously the dApps need something much more scalable in order to grow. So that's led the boost of adoption in the last few years of centralized providers. However, we see the drawbacks exactly there when we think about how we cannot trust the middleman brings the data, how actually developer has to use multiple providers at once in order to benchmark, backup, load balancer, disaster recovery, and so forth. So we see today that instead of this node as a service promise, we see that at the end of the day, the dApps are running their own nodes and at the same time using centralized providers. In the last year or two, we see a lot of problems regarding downtime, availability, privacy leaks, DNS hijack, censorship resistance problem that is not solved here with this approach, and kind of the data inaccuracy. How do you know that the data is even from the blockchain? It can be from anywhere else that centralized provider bring it to you. And that's what we're trying to do in Lava today. We are trying to solve this problem. And I'm glad to tell you that we're already live. We built on Cosmos, SDK, Tendermint, and already today we're supporting 24 chains 2 months after launch. And the idea in general is instead of using multiple providers at once, that every dApp needs to develop this access. So in Lava, we engage with Node Runner and asking them to join Lava so they can contribute with their existing access, with the existing RPC for every chain. We in Lava, we're routing the relays to different nodes, different provider based on the geolocation, speed, uptime, and accuracy, and constantly scoring them. So it's the first public good, it's the first community protocol, open protocol, that will bring this access, what we believe in, will bring a much more decentralized future, but at the same time, multi-chain and resilient. So we want today to build this kind of market. We want to work with chain, we want to work with dApps. That's some of the feedbacks we received so far from the initial traction we have. We see Sunny from Osmosis quoting here that everyone relies on the same centralized RPC providers. And if we want, all of us, right? We believe in blockchain. If we want to make blockchain better, utilizing decentralized RPC provider like Lava Network is a crucial step. We see also one of our backers, Jack from Strandlove and David from Galileo, they said that they backed Lava to make every level of infrastack development process more decentralized, flexible, and resource optimized. And it's only part of the dApps that's already supported on Lava or building on Lava. So as I said, we started with Cosmos ecosystem, but we already expanding and supporting more than 20 chains. So we chain agnostic. It can be EVM, non-EVM, as you can see here. And I'm encouraging you, the dApps among you, to jump and start using that. So the way today we want to work is that we want to work directly with the ecosystem to grow the community and harness the power of technical power users, like RPC node runners. We believe that RPC is the place to start. And we help chains to attract much more technical community members to run these RPC nodes. They will get incentivized by Lava by providing the access they have today to dApps that need the access. You know, everyone remembers the node as a service, right? So that's what we're trying to create here by creating an open source API and tooling that can elevate each and every.
Just a reminder,
sorry,
just
I'm running out of time.
Left. Yeah, 2 minutes left.
I was supposed, 2 minutes. It's all I need. So so in general, we believe that this public good, this standard, will help bring more developers to ecosystem, but at the end of the day, will result in a much more reliable RPC and better APIs. So in general, the added value for developers is clear. You know, using Lava is like outsourcing your RPC infrastructure to multiple providers, and each incentivized to give a better service. If downtime happens for one of the provider, Lava automatically routes you to another list of top providers. So hypothetically, it's 100% reliability. You get privacy, you get censorship resistant, and you get all the values that we're looking into Web3. So we like to say in Lava that whatever ecosystem if you are a dApp, we want to chat with you and we want the Lava to flow. So please approach us. Our product is live. We are currently deploying that on a few top tier ecosystem that we are working with. And that's it for today.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I see 2 questions at the Q&A session. Can you quickly respond to that?
Yeah, can I stop sharing the screen?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 2 questions. One is like, how are you differentiated from other decentralized RPCs such as Pocket, and how do you benchmark with other centralized ones, latency throughout success rate?
Yeah, great question. So we got a lot of inspiration from Pocket. They were the first one to try and build this decentralized kind of marketplace to bring together node provider and served apps. Greatly believe in the thesis, and we think that there is a room for obviously more than one. But our focus today is to have a zero trust assumption. They're using the portal that is actually a single point of failure and then routing each and every transaction to the providers. We developed the first kind game changer SDK that is an alpha right now, but soon every dApp can get access to these top providers through right from the web browser. Don't need any portal in the middle or any middleman. So if I just summarize the difference that we have from other decentralized providers is we have no trust assumption, and we're building a scalable, much more scalable tech and tokenomics.
Yes, the second question is from Eugene. Can you take that one as well?
Can you, sorry, I cannot see. Any chance?
What is Lava network cost basis for the underlying blockchain nodes? How does the protocol make money, and what is the gross margin? What is the pricing for end users?
I hope the guy wants to invest also. No, just kidding. In general, we're building right now the tokenomics. Obviously, in Lava, we want to use everyone can have one subscription and access to all Web3. So we're working today with the providers in order to bring the best pricing model for that. But obviously, instead of today that RPC becoming commodity and everyone's, instead of 9 providers 2 years ago, today you have hundreds. We're trying to take this battlefield from pricing to quality. And I believe that by doing that, we're going to see supply and demand, right? So in rural places that less have likely to have good infrastructure, provider will be incentivized much more to come and provide the service. So the margin will be higher. In places that you see a lot of providers, the pricing tier will be much lower. So we're working right now on the pricing. I can tell you that in the last 3 months, working with different apps, the testimonials is that not only we 10x this 10x scale the performance, but also we saved up to 50% of the infrastructure cost by routing that to at least the provider instead of focusing about one. Anyway, please feel free to reach out, and definitely would love to continue the conversation there.